Brana has to step down first. His history will be a lightning rod of interest. If not, he dooms West's campaign. Nick is an easy target at this point. Now, I mentioned this when we covered this Nick Brana story. The fact that he clinging on to power the way he did is a turnoff to me. I am for a leaderless movement. So the People Party is inherently built in a way that I am not in for. So then the movement, people like, Nick Brana, we got a problem with you. He's like, nah, I ain't about to listen to the people. How is that acceptable? He does a media tour trying to convince people they should stay in power.
And we called that out immediately.
I don't believe in that movement building strategy. I don't even believe in having anointed leaders. No leaders, no gods. Let alone this guy grabbing onto power no matter what.
And his dad running all the money. Get the hell out of here.
That is my
to the point of this. This is the reason I said what I said about it. It's not like it's even if you believe Nick Brana against any allegations, you believe that he didn't do anything financial. It's the appearance that is now so far gone, that damage. And that's why I said he has to be forced out by a pressure campaign. He is not the type that's going to walk away. He's not. He's a narcissist. He is not going to just walk away. He has to be drug out. You can remain a member, but he cannot be part of leadership. And you see this now. This is Amy. Amy is a softy when it comes to that. Imagine that same story with Medine Hassan. Imagine that same story with Rachel Maddow. Like, you get what I'm saying? Now, it's not going to affect people like us who are at the conscious level that's needed to see beyond the propaganda. But when you're trying to raise the consciousness of the people who are being propagandized, don't go ahead and give them red meat from the beginning. That doesn't make any sense. You get what I'm saying? So it's all strict strategy. This is an ongoing conversation. We have to build this up. We cannot let this opportunity slip away. And it's up to us to put this pressure campaign on whatever we want to do, whatever we decide.
Can I add something to that?
Mm-hmm.
I've been a part of many organizations throughout the decades, and an organization takes a lot of volunteer energy. You have to put in hundreds of hours, and it's all this unseen work behind the scenes. At the launch, MPP had a lot of good faith people join. Nina Turner, Cornel West, Ryan Knight, Jimmy Dore. There was a whole ensemble of a lot of people, and it was galvanizing. Outside of Nick Brana, I know a lot of good people invested a lot of energy because they really believed in the party. They believed in what they were doing. And in the organizations I was a part of, often narcissists rose to the top and acted in misguided ways that misrepresented the rest of the organization. And that is why I think we have to pressure these people to move aside and not forget that even if one person is doing this, there are a lot of good people typically involved that are invisible, and you're destroying their efforts and energy too, or at least just disregarding it rather than taking advantage and doing something with it. I mean, it's easy to point the finger and say what's wrong, and I'm here to hold people accountable without mincing any words on that. But what are we ultimately going to do? What is our path? Dr. West is here. This is the path he's chosen. I'm sure he's going to explain why. He's just using MPP as a tool, but they are going to attract people and attention. So we have a chance to build something up. And I think right now it's going to be a moment of integrity for Nick Brana and Howie Hawkins to step aside and let the people lead this movement to where it needs to go.
We did a conversation during the Jones Strike Summit. I don't know if you remember, about the pros and cons of a leaderless movement versus a leadership-based movement, and there are pros and cons in both. But one of the cons is exactly what we're seeing happen in the People Party.
Yes,
exactly. You literally gonna throw away the efforts of everyone else because one guy want to be on top of the throne. And as you said, CJ, why can't Nick Brana just be an organizer? Don't you care about the message? Why just be an ordinary organizer in the People Party movement? Why do you have to be the leader? Like, it doesn't make sense, and that's one of the problems with leader-based movements. That whenever the leader go off the rails, then the whole movement go off the rails. You got to decouple that from each other.
It's almost unavoidable that there's going to be leadership figures like Cornel West. We've seen how much attention he drew to the movement, but I agree that those leaders should be propped up naturally. They should have that leadership role because of they have genuine
right
from the people.
right.
And if the people change their mind, if they say we don't want you as a leader anymore, you know, it has to be a situation where the people can force them right out. If you have people hanging on to power, and you know, that's just like narcissism and selfishness, and it's going to destroy the movement.